As a 20-year-old living in Arizona after living in Washington all throughout high school, I just want to say moving out of your parents is the hardest thing you can do as a young adult, but is also the best thing you can do for your growth. I do advocate that if you stay with your parents, you should either go to school or work full time because while you're living with them, so long as you're not helping them pay with bills or minimally doing that, say you're only paying them $300 a month, if you're working full time, wherever you are, however much you're making, you have a super good opportunity to save money. And I think you should do that. I think that's great for you. If you decide to move out, you are giving yourself the best opportunity to grow as a young adult. I have moved out around August 2024, which was 3 months after I graduated high school, and with my current girlfriend at the time. I'm not with her anymore, but it made me realize what my strengths and my weaknesses are. Um, the need to actually have bills to pay for all of a sudden um, made me grow up really quick. At the same time, going to college, as well as the need to work, it improves your work ethic substantially. If you had no worries at all when you're in high school or you're littler or just before in general, you are gonna flip a switch like that. And if you don't see that happening with you, you will like have that instinct for survival. And it is one of the biggest things you can do for growth. You won't save as much money, but it is one of the best things you can do to grow as an adult. I moved. I had no clue what to do. I had no skills. I didn't even know how to do laundry, cook, anything. All I knew is that I just wanted it. I just wanted to finish college and to make money and to grow my career and possibly start a family of my own. And I thought the best way I could do that is moving out and growing as an adult. When you're on your own, you have no support system, and when shit hits the fan, you are gonna flip into survival mode, and you are gonna figure out how to think quickly. You're gonna learn how to hustle, and that is a big skill to have, is getting um, quick thinking skills, problem solving when it really matters the most, when you have the need to survive. When you become an adult and move away, you'll realize who are your real friends and who are not. And and a lot of the people that you were friends with in your hometown, they're only friends with you because of proximity. You'll realize that, say you have 100 friends, you can, after that, maybe 100 friends is a bit of an exaggeration. You have 30. At the end of the first year of living out of state, you can probably count the amount of friends that you are still in contact with on one or maybe two hands. And it'll really kind of have reality set in on who's really there for you, who really cares about you and your well being. You'll realize that when you're working full time or have all your time taken up because you have to work or go to school, you'll realize that you need to find another hobby. You're going to find what you really like and enjoy and find your passion. You'll find a passion in, going out to explore the city, going to try coffee spots, maybe hike, or um, maybe you like golfing. You'll find a new golf course. If you decide to have roommates or live with a significant other, you'll realize what you like about living with another person. Maybe it won't end up very good. You'll break up with your significant other because living with them is a lot different than being with them and living in separate households and only being with each other for a couple hours a day. You're with them 24/7. You'll realize what it's like to rely on another person to live, whether it is a roommate, significant other. You'll realize what boundaries you'll have, and your cons, deal breakers, whatever the fact is, for whenever you want to look for someone to live with. Or maybe you'll just figure out you don't want to live with anyone. You'll you'll want to live alone, because that is the best way you can kind of, let's say, live a peaceful life. And a peaceful life can be with someone or no one, but you will figure that out. Going back on discipline, you're gonna realize how unimportant some stupid expenses are, but you'll learn to be smarter with your money and not having unnecessary expenses. And that's where another part of discipline comes in. You'll find out who your real friends are. You'll find out what kind of adult you want to be. And you'll find out how to budget. I think the most important thing is learning how to budget and to think for yourself. You won't have your parents to kind of be on your back, or you won't have anyone to really tell you what to do unless you're talking to them every day. But in the end, you are your own person, and you will end up making those decisions, and you're the one to make those executive decisions on, if you want to buy a car, if you need to get this or that, some emergency expenses. Decision making, budgeting, and finding out who you truly are is the biggest benefit to moving out of state in your early adult life.